All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our generative AI course, and we're still in the beginning stages of building our first project. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. Tonight was heavy on the note taking and just getting everything set up and moved around and initialized so we can get things going with our project. So let's have a look at what we're going over. So first and foremost, this file here is going to be where I keep all of the information that we take. Not all the code, but it's going to be where I write down all the instructions and step-by-step things we're going to do. So let's do some light reading here. These are the requirements we will need for the project. These are the requirements here. Next, we will create a setup file to store our local packages that we need to run in our virtual environment. This is the folder we created here for setup here. You can see that. That's that there. Next, we will create an SCR file. That's this one here, or SRC folder. That's this here. In this folder, we will create an init.py file. This is our init.py file. There's nothing in it right now, so we haven't done anything with it. We're just setting everything up. Also, inside the SRC folder, we will create a new folder called the MCQ generator. That's this folder here. Inside this MCQ generator folder is where we're going to build our project. And also, this is going to get an init.py file. Also, as you can see, there's one also in there. So we have two. We have one inside our SRC folder, and we have one inside our MCQ generator folder. So that's that. Not to be confused with this MCQ underscore generator is where I'm going to be keeping all of the information that we take. I might rename it so I don't get myself confused, but yeah, not to confuse those two. Next, we create another folder, not inside the SRC, and we will label it experiment. That's this one here, as you can see. Inside this folder, we'll be creating our Jupyter notebook. This is the Jupyter notebook we created here. We're going to name it mcq.ipynb. This is it here. As you can see, it looks exactly like the Jupyter notebook. It functions the same way, has all of the same functionality. We're just using it inside our VS Code. So that's that. Inside the notebook is where we'll run our code experiments. Then we will convert it into an end-to-end pipeline. While inside the notebook, we will hit the select kernel, and from there, we will select the version of Python we want to use. I've already done it. Let me show you. We selected the 3.9 version of Python to use inside of our notebook variation because apparently that's the best version to use. 11 or 12 actually throws hiccups according to the instructors, so I avoided that and just chose the 3.9 version. So that's that. And let me see here. Now we will go back to the setup and write our first line of code. Let's go to setup. I already showed you. See, this is our first line of code here. And this is the code. It's just the same code. I just have it over here, commented out, so I keep track of everything. Notice that our first lines of code are our method setup with a few informative parameters. So this is our method here. Setup. These are the parameters. The first parameter is the name of our package, MCQ generator. The second parameter is the version of the package. The third parameter is the author, Python Papi. The fourth parameter is the author's email, the email address. The fifth parameter are the installs required for the package. These are the installs required. And the sixth parameter is the package finder. Now, this package finder is going to be responsible for finding the package wherever it is on our local directory. Whatever is able to find the init.py file, it will read that folder as a package. Now, that's what we did so far. So it is taking it step by step. I don't want to try to do too much at once and get lost in the translation. But yeah, that's what we are so far with that. Also, I have an update on the project I was building outside of the generative AI course, the one I told you about, the visual question answerer. Now, apparently, it's going to be 7 different models that we have to download. I have 2 out of the 7 already. They take like 2 hours a piece to download. Maybe it's just the Wi-Fi I was connected to. So I have 2 out of the 7 already downloaded, and I'll try to get them all done as quick as I can so we can get this project up and running so I can see if it actually works for us. And that's going to be the visual question answerer where we input an image to our model, and it tells us what's going on inside the image and tells us what's inside of the image. Yeah, of course, I'll keep you posted on both projects every step of the way. For now, it's the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.